Okay, so 2/3 squared is equal to, that's 2 over 3 multiplied by 2 over 3, which is 4 over 9. That is the answer. It's 2 over 3 multiplied by 2 over 3, which is equals to 4 over 9. I did not introduce this class. Hi, good day, everyone. So this is January 2019, paper 1, right? Number 1 is a repeated question. That's why I went straight into it. But yes, so the answer is D. Right, number 2, the number 3.14063 correct to 3 decimal places. That means 3 digits after a decimal point. That's 1, 2, 3. The line is going to be drawn between 0 and 6. Number after the line, which is 6, is more than 5, so you have to add 1 to this 0. So it would be 3.141, which is B. Right, standard notation. The point of standard notation is to get one digit in front of your decimal point. So we shifted 1, 2. So it's now 2.0806. We're looking for that. You see, D would not be your answer, B would not be your answer. So it's either A or C multiplied by 10 to the power. Now, if you shift to the left-hand side, your power is positive. So it will be positive. And we shifted twice, so it's positive 2. So your answer is A, right, not C. Okay, number 4. If 560 is shared in a ratio of 2 to 3 to 6, the difference between the largest and the smallest share, I think we did this already. I think the answer was 80, but we're not sure. First off, we're going to find the total number of shares. It's 2 to 3 to 9. This is equals to 14 shares. So we know that 14 shares is equals to 560. They said there's the difference between the largest and the the largest and the smallest. It wouldn't be 80. The largest and the smallest is 9 minus 2. 9 minus 2 is equals to 7. So we find for one share first, we do a if then therefore. If 14 shares is 560, then one share would be 560 over 14, and they ask for 7 shares, which would be 560 over 14 multiplied by 7 over 1. 7 into 7, 1. 7 into 14 is 2. 2 into 2, 1. 2 into 5 is 2 remainder. 1, 2 into 16 is 8. It has no remainder, so it would be 280. So the answer is C. Right? Next one, if 60% of a number is 90, 60%, 60 over 100 multiplied by some number is equals to 90. What is 4/5 of that number? We want 4/5 multiplied by the same box is equal to, we want this answer here. So first off, we find 60% of 90. To find that, make that box the subject, we have to carry across multiply by 60, which is going to be divided by 60. So 90 over 1 divided by 60 over 100, which would be 90 over 1 multiplied by 100 over 60. Cross out these two zeros. We say 3 could go into 90 30 times, and 3 could go into 6 2 times. Right, and then 2 could go into 10 5 times. So we get 30 by 5 is 150. So the answer here is 150. But say 4/5 of 150, right? 5 into 5, 1. 5 into 150 is 30. 40 by 4 by 30 is 120. So the answer is C. All right, the first 3 common multiples of 3, 4, and 6 are, we're looking for a number, the values here that could go. So first off, we're going to go into 3. Can 3 go into 0? No. Right, so A is out of the question. Then we look at 3. 3 could go into 3? Yes. What about the second digit? Can 3 go into 4? No. So B is not your answer. Then you go C. 3 could go into 6? Yes. 3 could go into 8? No. So C is not your answer. So D would be your answer. You do that for each of your digits, right? All of these numbers must, so 3 could go into 12, yes. 3 could go into 24, yes. 3 could go into 36, yes. Then you go 4. 4 could go into 12, yes. 4 could go into 24, yes. 4 could go into 36, yes. Then 6 could go into all of these numbers, right? That is how you have to find the first common 3 multiples. This one is a repetitive question. They ask you what is P intersect Q intersect S, meaning what does these 3 sets have in common? They have 2 in common, which is E. Item 18 item 8 refers to the following Venn diagram. Right? Yes, item 8 refers to the following Venn diagram. In the Venn diagram, the number of elements for P is 5, number of elements for Q is 9, The union of P and Q is 10. What is the intersection? This is a formula you have to remember, guys. The formula is the number of elements for P union Q, or even P union, not P, but any union of two sets is equal to the number of elements in the first set that give you P plus the number of elements in Q minus the, let me just go around so I'll have space, minus the intersection, right, of P intersect Q. This question is repeated. I believe the answer is 4, right, which is B, but let's just check it out. We know that the union, so they're saying 10 is equals to 5 plus 9 minus some number. 5 plus 9 is 14. So 10 is equals to 14 minus some number. That's some number. 14 minus what would give you 10? 14 minus 4, which is B. Right, then this one, they say which of the following sets is equivalent to the set PQRS? PQRS, guys, equivalent means they have the same number of elements, right? A does not have one element. B does not have, well, B has 3. This one has 4 elements, so we're looking for one that has 4 elements. C, however, does, right? So the answer is C. Equivalent means the same number of elements, right? All students in the class play Scrabble or checkers or both. If 36 of the students play Scrabble only, 48 students play checkers only, what percentage of students play both games? This is a repeated question. I believe the answer is not C and is not D. It is B. Right, let's check it out. So 36% is checkers only plus 48% is Scrabble only. Sorry, 36 is Scrabble only and 48 is checkers only, right? Plus the number of persons who do both is equal to 100%. Remember, your total percent is always 100. 36 plus 48, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That is 84 plus some number is equals to 100. If we look at the options, 84 plus 16 is equals to 100%. So the answer is 16, or B, right? In the Venn diagram, X represents a set of factors of 12 and Y represents a set of factors of 9. The shaded region represents a set of factors of, what do they have in common? We multiply, which is 108. This would be the factors of 108, right? This is a question that is repeated several times. Number 12, item 12 refers to the following Venn diagram. In the Venn diagram, the shaded, this is shaded region, not unshaded region. Yeah, the shaded region represents okay, so this one is not P complement because P complement means everything outside of P. Hold on, everything outside of P. Yeah, everything outside of P, which would be P complement. A is the answer, right? This is the shaded region. P complement, everything outside of P. 13, a store offers a discount of 15% on a total bill to customers who paid more than 20. If the customer total bill is 80, how much must she pay? So we're going to find out what is 15% of that. 15 over 100 multiplied by 80 over 1, cross with the 0, cross with the 0. 3 could go in, 5 could go into 15, 3, 5 could go into 10, 2, 2 could go into 2, 1, 2 could go into 8, 4, 3 fours are 12. So we know that it is $12 less than 80. It would not be 60, would not be 65, it would not be 71. The answer is 68. Although it's kind of fuzzy, that answer is 68, okay? Right, it's still this question repeated so many times. At a store, sales tax is charged at a rate of 12% of the cost price of an item. The sales tax on the tax on the dress, which costs 180, is, so before they kind of changed this up. Before they used to ask you what is the tax, and the tax is usually 18. The sales tax on, oh no, the sales tax on the dress is, the sales tax on a dress, which costs, so that's 180 over 1 multiplied by 2 over 100 Cross out this, cross out this. 2 could go into 2, 1, 2 could go into 5, 1, 2 could go into 10, 5. Then 18 divided by 5, the answer is A. You don't even need to divide that out. You know 5 could go into 18 3 times. So you look for the one with 3, right? They ask you for the tax of the dress, not the cost of the dress, right? With tax. So is your answer. This one, a plot of land is valued at 18,000. The land tax is $126 is charged annually. What is the rate per annum in the land tax charge? So they're asking you this rate per annum means how much for the percentage for 1 year. They told you annually, which means 1 year. So we know if right. We want to know the percentage if 18,000 is equals to 100%. That is how much percent the total value of the land is, right? We want to find out the percentage, that is 126. Then 1 would be 100 over 18,000. Cross out the 2 zeros. That's 1 over 180. And therefore, we want to know what is 126 as 1 over 180 multiplied by 126 over 1, which is 126 over 180. As soon as we see this division, you know you're not going to get 70%. You're not going to get 77% because this here is an improper, not improper, it is a fraction you're going to get, right? So it is not 7% and it's not 70%. Right, we're going to reduce this 126 divided by 180. What could go into 126 and what could go into 180? 6. 6 could go into 126 21 times. 6 could go into 180 30 times. So you get 21 over 30. Then you say what could go into 21 and what could go into 30? 3. 3 could go into 21, 7. 3 could go into 30 10 times. So it's 7 over 10. If you divide 7 by 10, you carry across the decimal. It will be 0.7, which is B is your answer. Number 16. The exchange rate of a US dollar is $2.70 in Eastern currency time. Eastern currency. So they're telling you that 1 US is equals to $2.70. They want to know what is the value of $4.50 US. First off, that means we're getting if we're getting an easy currency, that means we have to get more, right? So if it will not be this answer, this is less, right? So it's 4.50 US would be 2.70 multiplied by 4.50, right? When you multiply this, 2 is 8. If we even look at this, and before you even multiplying, you see the big numbers. They say 4 2s are 8. We're looking for one that is more than 8, so it is not B, is not C. The answer would be D, without even multiplying it out, right? This one. This one is a repeated question as well. A man's annual salary is 45,000. His tax-free allowance is 13,000. His tax pay is 20% on his taxable income. What is his taxable income? I believe the answer was B, which is 64, but let's check. His taxable income, first off, taxable income would be his total income, which is 45,000, minus his free allowance. Right, that means that's 13,000. They don't tax that first 13,000, right? When you minus this, you're gonna get 0.0032. So 32,000. Let's say 20% of that, so 20 over 100 multiplied by 32,000, right? 20 into 21, 20 into 100. 5 into this is 6,400. So your answer is B. Right, let's look at this one. A television set costs $350 cash. When bought on hire purchase, a deposit of $35 is required, followed by 12 monthly installments. How much is saved by paying cash? First off, let's look at the hire purchase price. The hire purchase price is your down payment, which is 35 plus your 12 multiplied by 30. All right, so that's 35 plus 12 by 30 is 360. Which is equals to 395, right? So that's how much you will pay on hire purchase. And if you paid in cash, it's $350. How much is saved? That's $395 minus $350, which is equals to D, $45. Right? So we say $395 minus $350, which is equals to $45. Right? Let's look at this one. Number 19 in man, this question is repeated several times. The one with 75 minutes, the answer is A. But I'll still do it, right, for video reference. They said you have a fixed charge of 13.75. They said for every 200 meters cube, I told you it's cube, 200 meters cube is 60 cents. So it's 200 meters cube is equals to 0.60, 60 cents, not $60. So remember to put that 0.60. 1 meter cube is 0.6 divided by 200. And we want to find for 55,000 meters cubed, that's 0.60 divided by 200, all multiplied by 55,000. Right, you cross out these two zeros, 100 could go into 200 two times, and 100 could go into 55,550 times. You say 2 into 2, 1, 2 into 0.6 is 0.30, so you get 550 multiplied by 0.30. When you multiply this out, you are going to get 165. Right, you can check it to make sure, but it's 165, and then remember we have this fixed charge. So it's 165 plus 1375, which is $178.75. All right, let's look at this one. Item 20 refers to the following table, which shows the rates charged by the insurance company. All right, house insurance, 25 cents per 100. So for every 100, they are charging 25 cents. And contents insurance, 150 cents for every 100. Right, how much will a person pay for insurance if his house is valued at 50,000 and the contents at 10,000? So we know this is your house insurance. This is your house and this is your content. Let's circle the content. Right, so if 100 is equals to 25 cents, 0.25 guys, not 25, right? Then 1 will be 0.25 over 100 multiplied by 50,000. Let's just over 1, cross out these two zeros. So you get 500 multiplied by 25, right? That's 12500. So 5 by 25 is 125. You add your two zeros and we have to count back 1, 2. So it would be $125 for your house insurance. So we will put that 125 on top here. And then for 10, so 10,000, if 100 is equals to 50 cents or 0.50, then 1 is equals to 0.50 divided by 100, right? And therefore we want to find out for 10,000, which is 0.50 over 100 multiplied by 10,000. Right, you cross out the two zeros, you get 100 by 0.50. Remove the decimal point. 100 by 50 is 5, 0, and 2 zeros. Right, but then you have to shift your decimal point 2 places back. 1, 2. Right, so it is $50. So it would be 125 plus 50, which is 175, and that is your answer there.